What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make FNAF World. This is part 4? I feel like it's 3, but no, it's 4. And in this one, we're going to be doing dusting fields along with getting Lily Gear Lake at least marked, because I do want to get that area started in the next part. So we're just going to fill it with a blank block for now. Let me confirm if it is part 4. Yeah, okay, it is. I'm not crazy. Anyway, that's also, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, it's dusting fields time. Start by getting out the following materials. Dark oak fence. Dark oak sign. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. Andesite stairs. Ooh, this is going to be fun. There's a lot of counting involved here, I think. Mangrove roots. Muddy mangrove roots. You will need structure voids along with dark oak pressure plates. Polished andesite, which we're going to use as a marker. And, I don't know, actually. Might just leave it at that. I'm cool with that. Actually, spruce wood has another marker. Both of these markers are going to be built up later. I just want to use them as markers to start. Starting from the rocks here at the right side, kind of where you would enter from whatever this area is. Choppy's Woods, that one. You want to take the front left rock, and this is going to be back to the leaving a gap of 1 each time we place something. So to the left of this stair, you'll have a dark oak fence. And again, you would have a gap of 1 and then the fence. But I'm just going to say it that way because it's a lot easier. In front of that stair, you'll have a fence and then 2 mangrove roots. Whoopsies, I did not leave. I left it 2. I left 0 and then 2. That's good. The same thing with these fences will apply, where you're going to place a dark oak sign facing mostly forward and a little left, and then one on top of that facing mostly forward and a little right. And it will give you this. Every single fence we're going to do that with, I'm going to do this, the block pick thing, so I have the data. Don't worry about it, because I'm going to do it all at once. So if you're in a situation to where you would rather not, then, you can always wait like I will. And then just, won't have to worry about the video being weird. To the left of each of these mangrove roots, that shadow of those looks crazy, you'll place an additional 3. Then left of that back row, you'll place an andesite stair facing right. You want to take the last 2 mangrove roots on this back row, and between them in this block, you will count back by 1 and place a spruce wood as a marker. That is off the grid, but it's fine. That's supposed to be. This front row of mangrove roots going back to gridding or something like that. You want to place 8 more mangrove roots to the right. 4, 5, that was 8. I just counted that really weirdly. There we go. The leftmost 4 you'll bring back by 1 each, and then the 4 to the right of that you'll bring forward by 1 each, which will give you something like this. Hopefully the aerial views will help. It should. From the back left mangrove root, you would leave a gap of 3. This will be where another lock is, and you'll go left with 4 mangrove roots, each which will be brought back by 1. The right 2 roots you will bring forward with 3 fences each, like so. The frontmost row of fences you'll bring right with an additional fence, and then 4 roots. Each of those roots being brought forward by 1. The muddy mangrove is used for one thing, but we do still need it, so. I know I'm just going to say roots a lot, and it's going to be referring to the more see-through one. These are like the dead bushes. Oh yeah, while we're here, I do want to place these signs, because for some reason there are objects inside of each other. Actually, there's 2 things. First off, if you head a little bit back to the right, where we have these 4 roots kind of sticking back, you'll right of them place a dark oak fence. But on this 4x2 we just made, the center 2 mangrove roots, you'll place the dark oak signs on as if it were a tree. Like so. A little weird, but is that right? I don't know why that one looked wrong to me. Anyway, you will take the leftmost root and behind it place an andesite stair with 2 fences to the right. Extend each fence back by 1 and then extend those right with another stair. There are so many rocks just in the middle of this. The back left fence you'll bring back with a stair and bring that stair right with 2 fences. Extend each of those, or either of those fences, I guess, back by 2 each. And then behind the right one, you'll place a stair. That is not... There we go. Left of that stair, 2 fences. And then kind of forward diagonally left, you would have another fence. You can see it's just 2 diagonals over. Either of those 2 fences you will bring back by... Why? I feel like I'm having deja vu. You'll bring either one back by 2. The left one you'll place a stair behind, and the right one you'll actually... Or actually, you'll just go right of that stair with 2 fences. This really is deja vu, wow. You extend either of those fences back by 3 this time. Like so. The... Which fence? Out of the 4 rows, it would be the 3rd row back. You will extend... Well, first to the left, you'll have a stair, but it'll be a gap of 3, so you'll kind of leave an opening of a tile and then place your stair. And to the right of that row, you will place 5 fences. The end 2 fences you'll bring forward, and then out of the kind of center 3 you have left, I guess just the dead center one you'll bring forward. That'd be the easiest way to describe that. The gaps are very weird to count with the fences. Like, this looks like it'd be 4 blocks, but it's 3. That will definitely... It's thrown me off a couple times here, but just kind of count, like, looking at the snow like this and don't kind of estimate and be like, yeah, okay, that looks right. You'll take this front right fence and extend it right again. You will then take the back 2, like these 2 fences on the right side of this row and extend back by 1 each, with an additional 1 to the right. If you take those end 2 fences, again, between them and back a block, you'll have a spruce wood. You will also, from these fences, just like leave an opening to the left, and it'd be that same middle one you'll actually bring back as you did forward. The left 2 most fences, you'll extend left this one an additional 1, and that should actually make that row entirely symmetrical, which is cool. You will extend the end 2 fences each back by 2, and then behind the left one, you'll have an andesite stair facing right. From the right one here, you will do 2 things. You'll go right with a stair and then a fence, and you'll also go back with 3 fences, and then 2 mangrove roots. If you want to pay attention, you're, what, is that 7 snow off the back? Something like that. You're close to the back, but you're not quite there. These mangrove roots, you will extend left by 2, which would put you 4 off of this edge. And also right by 9. Did I count that right? Yes, I did. So that's like almost the perimeter actually marked. Well, that's one side of it, I guess. If you take the backmost fence, we're going to kind of take each of these individually. The back one you'll extend right with 2 fences. The one in front you'll extend right with a fence. Andesite stair facing right. And then you would want a stripped oak log facing up. I'm just going to like briefly get rid of the spruce wood. Place it, and then you'll have a dark oak fence right of that. And then I'll remove that stripped oak log and get back out the spruce wood, because I don't think there's another one. Yeah, there's not. Also, from that fence, you would just count back diagonally right. I guess by 2, and place your andesite stair there. The next fence forward, which would be this guy, you will extend right with 1 fence and then 1 stair. Remember this stair, or don't, it doesn't matter. I'll guide you in the right direction anyway. This fence to the right of the stripped oak log, you're also actually going to bring forward diagonally right by 2 with the fence, or count forward diagonally right 2 and place 1. In front of that one, andesite stair facing right. Also from that fence where you just brought the stair in front of it, you would leave a gap of 3 in total to the right, or skip a tile and place a fence with a stair to the right, and also another fence behind that fence. These are going to be really annoying, but you're going to have to trust the process. You'll take this end row of mangrove roots and extend forward with a fence. Then right. And then this fence I will extend both forward and backward by 1 each. Whoopsies. And that row of 3 can be brought right an additional row. Like, half of these we're going to end up removing the signs for, but we'll place them anyway to start just because it'll be easier. To the right of this front row of fences, you'll place an andesite stair facing right. In front of that, sorry, spruce wood, you're going again. You want to get out a tough stair and place one in front of that andesite. This is the glitch object. Again, if you would like, you don't need the tough stairs. Again, you can mark this with a beacon. I'm going to, just so I can find them easier. And then I will know I won't miss any. And I'll get back out the spruce wood. 2 directions from this stair. Right and forward each with a fence. That fence I will, this front one, I'll extend left by 2. Then from that one I'll go forward with a stair, and from the other 2 I'll go forward with 2 fences each, actually. Extend that front row of fences left an additional 2, which should leave you with a 3-block gap here. Fredbear will be chilling here. One minor mistake I am noticing, well, not a mistake, but this rightmost fence, you'll have another fence behind it, just like the one that is to the right of the spruce. I think I almost missed that one on the original as well. There was something here that I messed up or missed filling up. It might have been that one. I don't remember. I know it was somewhere like around a tree like that. Each of these 4 fences here to the right, you'll extend forward by 1 each, except for the right one you'll bring forward with a stair. The right 2 fences, or I guess the middle 2 of the area in general, you'll bring forward with another fence. And then from there, the left one forward with a polished andesite, and the right one forward with a fence. Extend the andesite left with a fence, and this fence right with another fence. And then either of those 2 end fences I'll bring forward by 2 each on the right side. I'll then go forward with 2 mangrove roots from each. And those roots I'll bring right by 2 each. My god, and the back row I'll bring left with a fence. If I count back diagonally left 2, I'll replace the snow with a muddy mangrove root. Structure void on top. Dark oak pressure plate on that. Left of that, another fence with 1 behind. Either of those fences can be brought left by 2. And then the left 2 fences you'll bring forward by 1 each. You would then... what would you do, actually? You can go forward with another 2 fences from either one, I think, actually. And then from the left half, you'll place a stair in front. Is that correct? Then in front of that stair, you'll place another fence and then another stair. And you should be 3 away from this mangrove root here, which is correct. From that stair, you'll go right with 3 fences. Oopsies. The next fence back, this one on the left, you'll bring right with 2. This stair, you'll bring right with 2 fences. And then you would skip a fence counting back and bring the next fence right by 1 as well. I hate this. I hate this so much. You want to take the back row of stairs that are from Choppy's Woods, and you'll left of this one place a fence. You'll count back diagonally left 2, fence. You'll count left 4, fence. Between those 2 fences, you would count forward until you're in the middle of the kind of pathway from the right and place a fence in line with that center row right there, as you can see, which I guess would just be counting forward 4. I didn't want to say a number because I knew I'd be wrong if I did. From the mangrove roots at the front here, it'll be really the only row of 4 that isn't obstructed behind it in any way. You will take the, not the furthest left one, but one to the right and go back with a stair, fence, stair. You can then take this area to the right, this oddly flat left side of it, and you'll take behind this second stair, you'll take the second fence behind it, and right of it place a stair, and then 2 fences. This left fence I'll bring forward with a stair, and the right fence I'll bring back by 1. And then I would count back diagonally left 2 and place another one, or again, just a diagonal tile over. Behind that, a stair, and right of that stair, a fence. Kind of in the middle of these 3 on this center diagonal, you'll place the spruce wood. According to my calculations, I can check. that should be dusting fields marked entirely. Now, you can get rid of the following. Your structure voids, dark oak pressure plates, your polished andesite, both roots and the andesite stair, but leave everything else. In addition, get out wither skeleton skulls, stone button, light gray shulker box. We should have kept the andesite, but it's fine. And you will want... do I want to... Yeah, let's do command block and a bamboo pressure plate. Why not? So, for each of the 3 dark oak wood, or spruce wood, excuse me, you want to do the same for each of these, so I would do them simultaneously. Start by extending each spruce wood up by 3. Feels like a good start point. Off of the top 2 logs, you're placing dark oak fence in front. You will extend... Well, okay, first you'll have a wither skeleton skull on top of that row of fence that is facing backwards and a little bit to the left. Like this. And then of that row of fence, you would take the bottom fence and extend it left, and the top fence and extend it right. To give you a kind of a zigzag, I guess. It's almost like those weird S drawing. Not the, like... Not the old one with the 6 lines, but, like, I don't know. Reminds me of, like, a flat S, kind of, where you warp. Anyway, you want to do the same, but kind of inverted from the back of the log, or the back of the tree. So you'll have the 2 fences off the top logs. You would bring the bottom one to the right and the top one to the left this time, but the wither skeleton skull faces the same way. So it kind of gives you this, almost. It looks a little strange, but we're getting there, so just trust the process. Or don't. Guess that's an option. You would take that top fence from the back that the skeleton skull is sitting on and just extend it back with another fence. Like so. You will, off of the left of the tree, you'll take the center 2 logs and place fences off of them and then extend the top one left as well. Like so. And then that fence against the log here, you'll have a wither skeleton skull on facing mostly back and a little right this time. That one is facing way too much, but I'm not really concerned about it. Cool. And then off the right, it's the... how do I want to explain this? Not the top wood, but one down, you'll place a fence off of with a wither skeleton skull facing directly into the trunk. You would then bring the fence right one and also up one, kind of like that, so... Yeah. And that's the tree. Done thrice. 3 times. Because we need that many trees, apparently. Next up, the polished andesite. This guy. Light gray shulker box on top, and a stone button off of the front of the andesite. Head forward to this kind of very obvious L-shaped path, and at the far end of it, you would, I think it's just between these last 3 roots, roots, you replace the snow with a command block, and if you crouch and place a bamboo pressure plate on top, it'll give you the buttons. You can... I would keep your command block somewhere safe. But get rid of your stone buttons, shulker box, pressure plate, spruce wood, and I think dark oak fence now. And I'm trying to avoid doing the signs. Get out stone. Polished black stone stairs. Polished black stone walls. I don't need to. And yellow glazed terracotta. Along with andesite. Actually, do I want to do that? I changed my mind. Black stained glass panes and structure voids. So still in this little opening at the kind of entrance to it, you would, between these two mangrove roots, you would break this row of snow and also the row in front of and behind it and replace the 3x3 with stone. Same thing you did before, yellow glazed terracotta on top, polished black stone stair off each side of it facing in with walls on each corners. Remember how at the end of, or at some point in one of the parts, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, we built those. If the glazed terracotta's direction is different, it will be noticeable at one point, but we're more so making these now to mark them rather than for them to stay there, if that makes sense. You'll see when we get there. But yeah, if you head to the back where this stripped oak log is, you will extend it up with, is it 3 black stained glass panes? Yes, 3 panes. The bottom pane you'll extend right with a structure void. The middle one you'll extend left, and the top one you'll extend in both directions. That's a little shadowy figure guy, and this is another one of those things where if you stand against it, you'll get teleported up to the top. It's that, the seagull, and I feel like there's one other. Oh, it's one of the circus tents, I think, that does it. It's like the green one or something. Get rid of everything except for the first 3 materials in your inventory again. Well, I guess we don't need the stone either, so never mind. Just keep the signs and the skulls. And the last thing we'll do before we place all the signs is get out andesite stairs. Well, andesite slabs and stairs. I meant to say slabs, but I said stairs. You need both, though. Black concrete and oak trapdoors. In front of this stripped oak log, you will leave a gap of 1, and in front of that place 2 andesite extending up with a stair on top facing backward. We're just going to use slabs to make each block. To the left of this, you'll have going up a block and then a stair facing left, which is directly next to that rock. To the right of this, you'll have 2 blocks and then a slab. And right of that, you'll have 1 block and then a slab. In front of that block and slab, you'll place 2 blocks and a slab. Left of each of those bottom blocks, you'll place 2 black concrete going over and then another andesite. Extend that andesite row up with a stair facing left. Blocks on the top here. A stair on the, right, or to the right on the bottom here. And then off of the black concrete, you'll place oak trapdoors kind of open to the outside, so it'd be, whoopsies, it'd be against the sides of it like this. With oak trapdoors off the andesite above. Cool. And now I can't hold it off any longer, so you want to place your signs on top of each of these. I'm going to do this off recording, because I would like to get a little bit more done in this part, I think. Well, we'll see. I'll do some of it on. There are, what is it? There's probably 4 particular ones that I want to point out you should follow along with. So, if we head to the front and kind of sweep our way back, it's going to be, funnily enough, the one that I just started with. That is very ironic. It's between these 2 stairs that are in front of and behind it, and there's another one a little bit to the left. You'll have a wither skeleton skull on it facing left. The next point of interest would be, hold on, I just want to make sure that we have all of those. Yes, would be kind of like, it's almost directly in the center of this little cluster here. If you were to find this dark oak pressure plate, which is, it'd be one of these roots, just like the ones you can walk through, you would count 2 fences over and 1 forward, and this one you'll also have a wither skeleton skull on top of facing left. That's after the signs, by the way. And then there are 2 more that I'm seeing. Yes, there should be a stair to the outside here. An andesite one. It's a little bit in front of that tough one. It's on the far right. And the tree just directly left of it, you'll have a skull on top of. Also pointed left, in case I wasn't clear already. And then the other one is going to be kind of backwards. It's these 2 fences to the left of this stair. It'd be the front one, the one that is actually left of it. You'll have a skull on top of. As a side note, some of these, like this one, you can't actually place the top fence on or whatever. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Just place however many you can. If you can place 2, cool. If you can only place 1, also cool. But yeah, and again, if you want to do the structure void or structure block thing, that might not be a bad idea. I'm considering it, to be honest. I very well might. I'll start normally, I don't know. But yeah, I'll talk for a bit during this, I think. After this section is Lily Gear Lake, which is going to be the worst section to build. Probably? Mines could be worse. We'll see. But I want to get that one done because of a couple of reasons. That's really the last, like, back location to do. And then we'll probably do Graveyard and then do both mines at the same time. And then leave the funhouse for last, because I don't want to do the funhouse. Not even that it's bad, it's making me think about the commands for the teleports, and you don't understand the amount of trauma that one gave me. I'm so mad, because I had a Canva thing, like I made a Canva project that showed all of the, like, teleporters, and I'm pretty sure I deleted it. Or if I didn't, I split it in half, so I wouldn't be able to see all of it now. So I'm gonna have to just, like, figure it out. I'm just have to walk into each one, get teleported, and figure out where it goes. But yeah, 40 teleport commands. I will talk about this now. I'll probably mention it again at some point. I'm going to explain how they work for the first time or two. And then I'm just going to give you the commands. Because I want to save myself some time. But whatever part that is going to be probably fairly short. Because I'm going to do the separate things. Like, I'm going to have a couple separate parts of that, which I want to make those shorter because they are absolutely more brain-breaking than anything else I've ever done a tutorial on. So, be ready for that. Or don't. I mean, you know. It's not for a little while, so you got time. Although Lily Gear Lake will be very weird because we're going to use a lot of commands for that in order to make it work. Because the way that I originally did that, I had the water first, and wouldn't you know, that's not probably the smartest choice. Because I had to, when I placed everything, I had to kind of count the gaps by myself. So, yeah. Anyway, that's, I think, enough. I'm going to do the rest of this off recording. And I will catch you guys once this is done. And then we can do the Ferris wheel. Yippee! Alright, so once you're done that, you should have this. Now, one thing I'm going to... do I want to do that yet, actually? No, I changed my mind. I was going to do the lines and stuff, but no. Oh, one thing we do have to do. Get out the following. Snow blocks, stone button, levers, zombie head, and a pale oak sign. We need to do this twice. So, by the button at the bottom, you will leave, what is it? I guess it'd be a gap of 3 in total? Yeah, and you would place 2 snow extending up from the next block, like so. Over here in the back right, it is... Where is it? I want to say... Is it this gap? I think actually Fredbear would be right here between these trees. Yes. So it is a little bit further... But we're missing a tree, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So grab a fence and a sign, my bad. This rock on the... A little bit to the left, there is a tree in front of. Maybe that was the one that I missed. I don't know. But then you'll have your signs on top. To the right of that, between these 2 trees, you'll have your 2 snow blocks extending up. You can see where that is positioned overall. Off either side of the bottom block, you'll have levers, which is the left and right, and then you'll have a stone button on the front of it. On the top snow block, you'll have a zombie head pointed backwards. And on the front side of the top snow block, you'll have a pale oak sign. You don't have to give him a face, but I did. So I typed capital O, I guess? Yes, capital O. I'm going to say 6 spaces. No. 4 spaces. Go down a line. Lowercase v. Down a line. You'll do whatever direction that slash is. I don't remember the directions. 6 underscores. Those are not underscores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the opposite slash, which would be not that. That's question mark. That one right there. That's his beautiful face. Again, for the other one. You don't have to add this if you don't want. I just thought it was funny. First line, capital O. That's not a capital. I'm on the wrong line. Oh, I was typing enter. That's why. 4 spaces, another O, or 5. I'm going to say 4. Next line, lowercase v. Next line, is that 4? I want to say that's forward slash. Then 6 underscores. Then I want to say backslash. It's feeling a bit silly for that. Head back to the back area now, and you can clear your inventory and get out the following. Spruce planks, mud brick walls, spruce fences, spruce fence gates, stripped mangrove wood, polished blackstone button, and we need more than 3, don't we? So, yeah, we need... Really? It's 4? That's so lame. Whatever. Get out the following stairs. You want bamboo, crimson, and mangrove. Starting in this area, you should have this 2x3 of fences, dark oak fences. In front of... It would be not the front row, but like the kind of back 2 rows. You'll take the left fences and place a spruce plank in the floor kind of to the outside of them, like so. And then extend that plank left by 1. You would then leave a gap of 3 counting to the right and repeat those lines like so. Each of the inner spruce planks you'll bring up with 3 mud brick walls. Then extend the top wall in by 1, which is either left or right. You'll then go up 2, and then connect together. On top of the top mud brick walls here, I'll place strip mangrove woods that should face sideways, and they will connect together. When I say sideways, I mean front to back. And I'll have a polished blackstone button on either end. Cool. From the... Oh, brother. These kind of under, like, corner mud brick walls here. You're going to have a spruce fence just to the inside of each of them, which would be forward or backward this time, like so. You will have to break signs for this, but you will... Actually bring those fences down by 1 first. And then connect those bottom ones together with spruce fence gates, and that's where you'll have to break the signs. These fence gates are separate, just remember that, because you'll understand what that means soon enough. The top fences you'll then bring out with a fence gate again, and then another fence. These are also exceptions. But yeah. And then that fence you will extend up 1, out 1, up by 4, in 1, up 1, in with a fence gate, in with a fence. You will have to crouch to place those. Okay, I'm struggling. Extend each fence up by 1, and then you'll connect those fences together with fence gates. Cool. You can get rid of your spruce planks now and get out waxed weathered cut copper stairs. I guess they don't have to be waxed if you're not, or if you have random tick speed off, but if you have it on, you need it to be waxed. And starting from the top, between these 2 fence gates, you have to crouch and place a mangrove stair facing left. You will kind of going left, you would place these stairs almost in the reverse order that we have them. So the next one would be between these 2 fence gates, it's a crimson. Next one between these top fences on the outer row, it's a bamboo. Gap of 1 below that, a copper 1. Gap of 1 below that, a mangrove. And then it'd be between these fence gates, a crimson. That is upside down, not what I want. Between these fence gates at the very bottom, a bamboo. Between these next fence gates, kind of going back up, it's a copper. Between these bottom fences, a mangrove. Gap of 1 going up, a crimson. Then a bamboo with another gap. And then the final one would be between these 2 fence gates, and it's a copper. You can see what that gives you. The pattern should actually line up perfectly, which is cool. Here's the fun part. In the center of each of these, you want to, well, in line with the spruce fence, you want to fill in the entire kind of middle of these circles in with spruce fence gates. All of these you want to open towards the middle of the Ferris wheel. So if I place them all like this, again, the ones that are like part of the perimeter are an exception, so like these three are at the top, but all the ones that are in the center you're opening like this. Like so. And then you would do the same on the other side. Not the perfect design, but with the amount of scaling I had, I thought this was viable. I definitely went small with this, which, I mean, for this, like, a tutorial standpoint, that is definitely good. And it doesn't look, like, bad. I don't think it made it look worse. I mean, yeah, if I have the trees here be 7 blocks tall, then it's gonna look better, but it's gonna be a whole lot easier to follow, and it's not. It should give you this. Cool, that is officially dusting fields done, other than, I guess it'd be Fredbear and Lolbit. Yeah, that's her name. Cool. Now, I want to mark the ocean. This one is fairly simple. If you want a number, just get out a placeholder block. I'm going to use lapis. And the reason I'm going to use lapis is it's blue, but also it's a tiled block. And the reason I want it tiled is because it's going to be easier to see and count if it is. Just like in general when we're doing the stuff later on it. Now, if you don't want to do this, just at least note the perimeter, because it's going to be nice to fill the perimeter before we do the water. Anyway, this kind of front right corner of the grass where it sticks out here, directly right of this, you're going to place 45 of your placeholder. I don't have this number, do I? No, I don't. You want to bring that pretty much just all the way back until it's in line with the backmost row of the grass. And then you would, I would say connect it into it, but you're leaving that block gap that we have been like so. And then just bringing it all the way forward from that point. You'll go under some stuff. And you do want to connect into the grass here. And then you can just place it right. If you want to square that off, it's not really a huge deal. But you'll have to fill all this in with lapis. This corner is a very strange corner. Like, you know what I mean? Just, like, look at it. I don't know what's happening here. But yeah, the middle of this you should fill in with your placeholder. If you want to torture yourself, not actually, but if you are not worried about the water filling, I will give you what it is just briefly. Basically, it is, where could that potentially be? Where you have tube coral block as the bottom with glow lichen on top, and then waterlogging the glow lichen. So basically, if this is the ground of the rest of the area, like this is Choppy's Woods, you would break into the floor here with the tube coral, place your glow lichen on top, and then waterlog it. As you can see, though, you'll need to place the coral probably last, or you would need to place the coral after the water. I will help you with that in the next, I guess maybe not next part, but one part sooner rather than later, with filling that properly, because it's so annoying. But I don't want to worry about that yet. And I also want to, we'll have to wait then on lily pads, as we do in a couple other minor things. So it's just gonna be the mushrooms, basically. Mushrooms, trees, rocks, those kinds of things. I think, honestly, I'm gonna end the part there. I'm not really feeling like it's smart to start Lily Gear Lake here. So yeah, part 5 will hopefully just be Lily Gear Lake. I mean, I guess it might take into a second, but a lot of it is open. So it's really just getting the perimeter done, because the perimeter is just like mushroom hell. But yeah, and then after that we'll move on to Black Tomb Yard, and then we have mines. So yeah, we're getting there pretty much. And then we have the glitched worlds, which are not going to be fun. Those probably will be the worst because it's just like two things. You have, for the first one, you have the spawn points, the exit points, the glitch trees, and the trees. That's it. And then for the next one, I guess it'd be the same actually for all of them, other than Old Man Consequences. But anyway, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 4 of FNAF World complete. And that is 3 locations done, actually, because Choppy's Wood and Fazbear Hills are separate. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, I don't... Where did it... Why? I didn't... Whatever. Peace.